Hello everybody! You already know who I am, but I'm going to say it anyway. This is Maybear62990, here with another rant. Tonight, it's on my least favorite episode of Fairly Odd Parents of all time, Class Clown. Now, first of all, some of you might think it's kind of odd that I'm not reviewing this along with Odd Couple, its partner. Another terrible episode, I might add. But the only reason I'm reviewing this episode by itself is because it gets my vote as the worst Fairly Odd Parents episode of all time. It just seems kind of pointless to review Odd Couple along with this, since the point of this video is to let everyone know what my least favorite episode of Fairly Odd Parents is. For those of you who were wondering. Anyway, on to the rant. Class Clown opens at the park, where it's revealed that Timmy and his fairies went to some planet so Timmy could find a seemingly harmless plant for Trixie. Yeah, just hearing the word seemingly in this bit is enough to tip everyone off that things aren't going to go well in this episode. Trixie, Ted, and Chad show up at the park, but before Timmy can give Trixie the plant, a tree falls on him due to a woodpecker version of Cosmo carelessly pecking it. The next couple scenes show Tad and Chad making awful groaner jokes about Timmy, like, "Oh, I guess this tree bark is worse than his overbite," and, "Hey, look, it's Niagara Falls." But Trixie thinks they're funny. Back home, Timmy realizes she wanted to date Tad and Chad because they made her laugh. So, any guesses what happens next? Any guesses? Give up? Alright, I'll tell you. Timmy wishes he was the funniest person on earth. The next day at school, Timmy makes everyone laugh hysterically by barely doing anything. He gets Trixie's attention long enough to give her the plant and ask her to go out with him. But, later that night, he goes to her mansion and she won't let him in since she thinks he was kidding about the date due to the wish. Later, Cosmo tells Timmy that the plant is actually a carnivorous monster that's going to eat Trixie's heart out at midnight. Okay, so what exactly does a man-eating plant have to do with being the funniest person on Earth? Oh well, I guess that's beside the point. Anyway, Timmy wants to warn Trixie about the plant but knows she won't take him seriously. He tries to wish he wasn't funny anymore, but of course, Cosmo and Wanda can't take him seriously either. Timmy realizes that since he wished to be the funniest guy on Earth, he can go to Fairy World and unwish the wish there. The plan works, and back on Earth, Timmy goes to Trixie's mansion to try to fight the plant, and he's armed with garden tools. So then hey, wait a minute! Why does he have to do this? Couldn't he just wish the plant away now, since he's back to not being hilarious? Anyway, he kills the plant, which had sprayed Trixie with some kind of knockout gas the minute it turned vicious, so she had no idea what was going on. Instead of thanking Timmy for saving her life, she gets upset with him for killing the plant and throws him out her window, without opening it first, I might add. Despite being rejected by the girl of his dreams once again, though, Timmy realizes he really only cares about the fact that she's alive. Then we get to what is, in my opinion, the worst ending in the history of the show. Cosmo poofs Timmy, Wanda, and himself to the quote-unquote planet with almost enough atmosphere, and, as if Timmy hasn't suffered enough in this episode already, he and Wanda both suffocate. Wait, how can Wanda suffocate? Bears aren't supposed to have lungs. I guess I should really just stop questioning this episode's logic. So anyway, that's pretty much how the episode ends. So, you know, the word mean-spirited is kind of an understatement when describing this episode. This is just another one of those episodes where Timmy gets treated like crap, as if we haven't seen enough of those already. The plot was really generic. It was just another one of those episodes of Timmy making a wish and the wish going wrong. And as for the humor, you know, everyone in this episode was laughing. It's too bad I wasn't. Seriously, the jokes are just lame and awful. Like, what the heck does I feel like I've been smushed in the schmahanging with a yahato mean anyway? Your guess is as good as mine. And on top of everything else, the writers had to include some gross-out gags in this episode, like the ginormous pimple on Timmy's face and Cosmo's spleen popping out. Oh, brother. So, unless you hate Timmy with a fiery, burning passion, I strongly suggest you stay away from this episode. I really do. This is Maybear62990, signing out. Oh, and by the way, guys, let me know in the comments, what's your least favorite episode of Fairly Odd Parents? Because I'm curious to know. And who knows? Maybe one day in the future, I'll review these episodes.